extort their assets. They build it with their own hard work. Women also work, let them do job, earn money and build their properties. Who is stopping them? Right. No one is stopping them.
At this point, we're joined in by a caller right now, Bengaluru, who's calling us, who's been fighting a divorce case for 12 years now. Ma'am, what would you like to say?
Ma'am, Pramila Nesargi first, namaskara.
Namaskaram.
Right, please go on. Please
namaskara.
Pramila Nesargi ma'am, namaskara, and namaskara to Bansi sir. These guys are sitting there and talking about men, ladies cheating and all those things. See, my own property has been cheated and taken by my husband. So I am fighting the case, and the case is it was in the family court for nearly 8 years. From there I came to the High Court. High Court only we got the judgment. Even up to now he is not given us. He has taken my properties, and whatever the court has granted us, he is not given us. When he was asked me to pay the maintenance, when he got the warrant, he goes to the court, pays the lawyers, and he gets us cheated. And where we women stand, the gentleman with the black shirt, he is speaking so much about ladies taking things and that, this and all those things. Please explain to us, ma'am, where we have to go.
We have to look into both sides of the cases.
This is the
we have to listen to the husband also.
Of hundreds of ladies.
Hundreds
of ladies.
Actually, you know what? Mr. Deepak here hasn't spoken. You're a victim yourself. Could you tell your side of the story?
This was actually the second marriage between me and my wife, and we were together for 1 year, quite okay. But from the last 3 years, I've been in the courts, fighting the cases. I got to know that she's still fighting her first husband. She's been already awarded a maintenance from there, and she's put the same sort of cases on me. We were staying together separately in my father's property. I was thrown out of my own property, and with great difficulty, with the help of the police commissioner, I was able to get back into my property. I'm just thinking, this is our hard-earned money which we had bought that property, and just 1 year of marriage, and half of it goes to her. 30 years of my hard work, my father's effort has been put, the properties in his name. I was thrown out of it, and that's when I got to know that she was already fighting the first husband from the last 10 years. I was under the impression they had obtained the divorce, everything was settled, but nothing has happened. She's already been awarded a maintenance from there, and she's put the same type of cases from me.
Right, so we've heard a case of a man, we've heard a case of a woman, both the cases. So now what would you like to say?
Only one thing. For women, there are 15 laws. Name me a single law for men. Where will this man go?
I have been out of my business from the last 2 years.
Name me a single law for men where this man will go and take relief.
Yeah, Ms. Nesargi, can you answer that?
I just want to say something.
I think we're totally digressing from the topic, because we are taking parallel issues. But on this issue, Ms. Nesargi, do you think...
I will tell you.
From the last...
Let not the news, the public be under the impression what my learned friend is telling the truth. The first husband she has married to a person in abroad. Within 3 months she was sent out, and then during the lifetime of that span of the marriage, she was entitled for the maintenance and for the return of the jewels. She got the order. Still now she was not able to get it. In the meantime, this person offered that he is going to marry her, and then that time she was fighting the old case where during the subsistence of that marriage, the maintenance she was asking. She never asked that give me today. That is the, I mean, aware of it. And how my learned friend got the police protection, how she threw that lady and her parents, I can tell you. This is not the place where the private cases could be fought and brought to the notice. The lady was thrown, she was not given maintenance, she was given anything, till now she is fighting the case, stating that I fought and all that, my father's property. What is all this?
On this issue...
Don't tell all these lies to the public.
No, this is a fact.
I know.
Who files false cases? It's the women who file false cases and women who lie. We know who lies. We know who lies.
What is the...
How the police
today she has lost all the cases. She has lost all the cases. She's gone right up to the Supreme Court.
In the midnight,
trying to fit me.
That's bullshit.
What is all this?
All false.
See, we are digressing from the
completely
topic.
false.
We are digressing from the topic.
We know who lies in court.
No.
We know.
Yes, we know what is going on.
It's the women who stand there and say we have nothing to do, and they work in TCS and IBM, they hide their income, they suppress their job status, and they come and say we are hand to mouth. This is the status we are seeing in the society.
One thing, Bansi, there is a lot of sympathy for women. Even, we also feel for the thing. But who is using these weapons, is the educated, learned, cosmopolitan ladies. These laws are meant for the innocent and, the rare, deserving parties.
These laws are meant for the genuine victims.
but unfortunately used by the people who are
No, if you pass orders
professionals.
without evidence, where will the genuineness come into picture?
Well, Ms. Nesargi, how do you think the law needs to go?
See, the law as it is,
It's fine.
It is fine, and it has to be implemented in letter and spirit, which is not being done. If it is done, you know, our ladies will get some relief. They can sustain their life, and they can live, and then they can come out. That is the reason. The one object of this law, the property amendment law, where it is, see, the percentage of the divorce is going on high. This throughout the country.
What percentage is it?
Divorce.
What
It's going high. See, what was there earlier, now it is
It was
going
in
high.
single digits, now it's
No,
going
it's
over.
going
This,
high.
you know, there is
It's
this
come
has been
to-
done. More than 25,000 cases are pending in Bangalore
See,
city, and you know it is you know on average
It is
growing
rising.
at
It is
30% year on year. You know, which is very high. So we are talking about a act where you know next 5 to 10 years every third person will be a divorcee, or you know is seeking for justice for separation. So when these sort of numbers are there, we should be careful in drafting any law, because the you know these effects will be felt. For example, that you know Dowry Act, which was passed in November 30 years back, today the effect is felt. Same way, if this sort of a bill is passed, the next generation will suffer like anything. And I won't be surprised if the man decides not to marry at all. What is the benefit for marriage? It's like a tsunami. He's going to lose the money, he's going to lose the house, he's going to lose the car, lose the children. What is the great benefit in marrying at all?
Right, you know what? We've reached the end of the discussion. So finally, I would like to ask you individually. Take a minute or two. But what do you feel is the situation? What do you feel would be the ideal situation?
See, the why this act is brought about. It was the demand. You see, the divorce is going on. How to sustain the
It was
marriage?
not the demand.
Right.
It was not the demand.
Women demand. Why are you thinking? We were demanding.
Women are not the only part in the country. Men are also there.
See, I am telling we are demanding.
Women are not society.
We are not
It's
telling
women
you are
plus men who are
demanding.
society.
Okay, let her.
What is happening
You can
to
say
you?
women are the
Something
only
is wrong with you.
Unfortunately,
Something
we have to
absolutely
consider
wrong
men
with you.
also.
Okay, please,
Women will stop my talking. Abstract.
If we don't
What
talk
is this?
about men, then how will we
Please,
work
What
in
is this?
society?
What
No,
is this?
just please hold on.
What
Please
is this
continue.
way of interpreting? I said the object was to see that they minimize. Divorce is minimized. If the property rights are there, if men feel that our property is going away, then they may think of not divorcing at all. They may sustain the family. They may look after the family. The child needs both the father and the mother. They should not be broken. That's the very purpose for which this act is brought about, so that the family, the unit of the family, and the happiness in the family is continued. This is why. That's the reason, you know, in Gujarat, the law has been brought. If a property is purchased in the name of the woman, no registration charges are not there. Men, women, even the men there are asking women to purchase the lands. Why? To see that women is empowered, to see that women is sustained, to see that family remains. This is the purpose for which this act is brought about. Why should they shirk? After all, you are married, you have brought her to your family. That means you must be in a position to
It was
share
her
your
choice
property.
to come into the family.
Please,
It is not my
what
sole
nonsense you are
responsibility.
talking.
It's not my sole
Yeah.
responsibility. We
Then
have to
don't
understand
men-
what is the
God-
responsibility of a wife in a marriage, where it is written. And
Okay, see, from the line that we are talking, it looks like a breakup is a rule. But as the law understands it, union is the rule.
I
Correct.
would like to say,
A breakup
Mr.
is a
Bansi,
rarity
Mr.
in law.
Bansi,
Breakup
Mr.
is
Bansi,
an
I would like to
exception.
raise one point here.
Never allowed
We
to
are-
break.
to break up now.
Never allowed to break.
We are incentivizing divorces. By giving away half of the property, we are incentivizing divorces, and whichever country this law has come, our study and observation, we have studied the laws of more than 25 countries where such property division laws are there. Whichever country such law has come, marriage rate has gone down, divorce rate has gone up, and the society has suffered a lot.
Have you experienced a bad marriage?
Yes, I have. Second thing, in China, very important to note, this law was brought in and revoked
Okay.
because there is a lot of difference between Western dynamics and Eastern dynamics. China is a Eastern dynamics country in line with India. If you see China, Japan, India, the cultures are kind of similar. There, such laws will wreak social havoc. Choice is with us. We are warning the society, we are warning the government. Now it is up to them whether they want to listen to us or not.
Okay, Ms. Nesargi, would you finally like to sum up in just 30 seconds? For the women, for all the women.
It was a long-standing demand. Women have got it. Let all our society welcome it. Let all our men forget their ego and welcome this law and see that the family is sustained and divorce are reduced.
Okay, with that we come to the very end of this discussion. While the men feel that this law has certain provisions that are understood as anti-male, especially this issue of property division, the women feel this clause that they have for protecting women is in the right place. With that, we come to the very end of this discussion. Sakshi?
Well, thank you all so much for joining here. Well, of course, it is highly biased, as we can see. Men feel a certain way, women feel a certain way. But the fact remains that let's just hope that the judges who have to eventually take a call on how much property has to be given if this gets transformed into a law, then of course let's just hope that it goes the right way, with the males not calling the laws here in the country anti-male at all. With that, it's a wrap on this special. Thank you all for watching.